There is a question. I practice self-enquiry inspired by Bhagavan, and I am also drawn to Upasana. One leads to silence, the other to loving surrender. How do I integrate the two without inner conflict? Advaitic Enquiry and Dvaitic Bhakti. This is the question. Actually, self-enquiry is also an upasana. Self-knowledge is not upasana. The investigation into the heart center, the Dahara Vidya or Hridaya Vidya, which Bhagavan reveals, is certainly a upasana. When the I thought arises, trace the I thought to its source, where from it arises. You follow the I thought, and the enquiring power merges in the heart. And Bhagavan says, Uruganala Paranand. என்னது? அறிவாயிரமி பரமாத்துமன் அருணாச்சல ரமணன் பரிவால் உளம் உருக. When the mind enters the heart, the melting has to occur. It is not simple silence. In Atma Vichara also the heart melts. Bhakti naturally comes. One sign of a true spiritual path is you have to see whether there is bhakti. If bhakti is not there, if they are speaking about it like a technique or method, be sure they might be very sincere, honest people, but they have not touched the real center. Because it is the center of love. Tasya priyameva shiraha modo dakshinah pakshaha pramoda uttarah pakshaha ananda atma brahmapucham pratishtha. As the Upanishad says, love is one dimension, joy is one dimension, peace is another dimension. All that just manifests like sparks from fire. So when truly you practice this Hridaya Vidya, it is also an upasana. When you outwardly find bhakti, love towards Bhagavan, Arunachala, or Guru, or Ishtadevata, the mind naturally subsides in the heart. This is surrender, loving surrender. In Tamil, Bhagavan says, Adanginavan ariyano, arinjavan adangano. He says the knower has to subside. Or you can say, the knower has to surrender. The surrendered one has to know. Enayanda idam thano porulavat shanmukane. The spot, the center where the I thought is made to surrender. That is our Ishta Devata or Guru or the very powerful, mighty presence which makes you surrender. Actually, surrender we cannot do. Surrender, how can an ego practice surrender? It is not possible. In a divine presence, surrender happens. The ego naturally surrenders. Bhakti naturally arises. And in such surrender, the mystic process of Hridaya Vidya is activated. In the presence of Bhagavan, surrender outwardly and who am I inquiry inwardly naturally happens. For Bhagavan also it happened like that. He says, outwardly when he saw Arunachala, inwardly this path of inquiry arose. There are cases where somebody was chanting Panchakshara or Shiva Mantra with bhakti. The result is suddenly they recognize their inner being, the self. Sometimes it is like, what they call Samvada Brahma. You go to take a shell, but you get a pearl. Like that. When you started your spiritual practice, you had no idea what you are going to get. Dr. Padmanabhan, one devotee of Bhagavan, he sang a song, Chippi edukka vanda en kayyil nalla muttu kodutha natha. He says, I came here to take a shell from the seashore. My idea about spiritual attainment only was that. But what I received was a very precious pearl. So this self-inquiry is not Dvaita. Surrender is not Dvaita. Although you come to the presence of the Guru, inwardly the duality ceases. Anyway, don't bother about Dvaita or Advaita. We are all we can say simple people, ordinary human beings. We have so many dimensions. When you do sadhana, you need so many dimensions. Sometime you are in bhakti mood. Sometime you are able to inquire, who am I? Hold on to that and stay. One day you are not able to do anything. You can just cry to Bhagavan. Another day you feel more like chanting than now. Sometimes you are reading some divine book, you are absorbed in it, that becomes meditation for you. So, moment by moment, what happens is all sadhana. Certainly we need a routine, a discipline. Every day certain things we do. But inside that, these moods can change. Bhakti can come. Jnana can come. Sometimes yoga can naturally happen. But don't stick to anything. Hold on to anything. think this alone is. Somehow, whatever by prakriya, find the center, find peace within. This is the way. Because this is a method for our whole life. There are occasions when you are not able to do any sadhana. Bhagavan himself says in Aksharamanamale, "Oh Arunachala, if you don't come and merge with me, I will melt my body in tears. Sherayanin mai neera yurugi kanneeraatru azhiven Arunachala." Tears will flow like a big river. During about 15 years back, if you go for Pradakshina, there was a bridge. Generally, devotees used to call it as Bhagavan's bridge. Now, that area is there, but they have changed. All topography has changed. About a few yards before that, there was a little longer culvert. Ramaswami Pillai, one of Bhagavan's devotees, used to say, Bhagavan sat there and wrote this song. And tears were flowing like a pool, it was there before him. So bhakti, jnanam, swadhyaya tapas, daily routine, discipline. See, it's like a temple, Arunachaleshwara temple. You go, the sanctum, the sannidhi is there, the center. That is important, of course. But if it is overcrowded, we used to go. We very rarely went inside. We will go to the outer compound wall or just the next prakaram. Somewhere you stand. At least in the outermost, in the Kambatalayanar Sannidhi, you can be there. But if you come out, it is chaos. Like that in spiritual life also, at least stick to ritual. Ritual is the outermost layer, where you don't feel anything, no mood, not feeling like meditating, no bhakti. Still, you do the daily discipline. Because otherwise, you will take the mobile. That means you will go out, do something else. So, at least stick to the outer discipline. If you have the outermost layer, at least you stay, you will not get into the confusion plane. World, samsara. So at least do that. And when possible, whatever higher things you can do puja, you can do reading, you can do japa, you can do bhakti. And when you feel you don't need anything, you can sit in absolute stillness, absorbed. But don't think tomorrow morning it will be there. This is Prakriti. It will go on change. The knower knows the Prakriti in all its dimensions and remains as the witness, Sakshi. For him also this Prakriti will change. Because as long as you are here, the body is there, you are taking food, you are sleeping, all these changes will come and go. The knower is untouched by Prakriti. That's all. So, no conflict. Don't make any conflict. Don't create any conflict. Now it is there, okay, it is there. Tomorrow something else, okay. But stick to outer discipline. Outer discipline you should never give up. Inwardly, moods will change. Somewhere, if possible in the highest, or at least in the first ladder, first step, stay. This is the rule. Dvaita, Vishishta Advaita, Advaita, everything is inside it. Advaita means what? Inside Advaita, Advaita is there. Vishishta Advaita is no fight with anybody. Gaudapadacharya says, Parasparam virudhyante tairayam na virudhyate. Gaudapadacharya says in Karika, all of them are fighting with each other. We have no conflict with anyone. Advaitam paramartho hi dvaitam tadbheda uchyate. Advaita is the supreme. All Dvaita leads there. Purifying you, giving you bhakti. It's all needed. தமிழில் எடுத்து சொன்னால் நல்லா இருக்கும். அழகான பாட்டெல்லாம் எடுத்து வச்சுருக்காரு முருகா. ஈத்தலும் பல கோலால பூஜையும் ஓதலும் குண ஆச்சார நீதியும் ஈரமும். பா என்ன வேர்ட் பாருங்க, பக்திக்கு ஈரமும் குரு ஷீர்பாத சேவையும் மறவாம். அருணகிரிநாதர் அவர் திருவண்ணாமலை பார்ட்டி. he says for bhakti, he is not saying bhakti, he says wetness. He says that ஈரம் in Tamil, ஈரம் means it's wet. Any other name? Moisture. Not moisture. Moisture சொல்றது ஈரம்னாலே நனவு தான். It becomes what? A touch of water. Softness. ஈரம் softness இல்லை. It is ஆமாம், அதான் எங்கெல்லாம் ஈரமாக இருக்குன்னா வெட்டு தான். டிக்ஷனரியே வந்துவிடும் அப்படின்னு வருஷம். ஈரமும் குரு ஷீர்பாத சேவை. அருணாச்சல சிவ, அருணாச்சல சிவ, அருணாச்சல சிவ, அருணாச்சல, அருணாச்சல சிவ, அருணாச்சல சிவ, அருணாச்சல சிவ, அருணாச்சல. யதோ மமாத்மா பவசி துமேவ ததோ ந வாச்யம் மம கிஞ்சிதஸ்தி யதா தவேஷ்டம் குரு மாம் ததைவ த்வாமாத்மநாதம் ரமணம் பஜாமி.